Tom was just a really lovely lad, very confident in his own skin, and he just enjoyed life. You know, everything he did, he just made the best of it. Started university on the 15th of September. We dropped him off on the 15th of September to start on the Monday. Just took it in his stride. We, sort of took him out for a big fill-up at the carvery, and then he went, "Oh, you can leave me to it now," and off he went to his flat. I thought, okay, I'm good to go, sort of thing. You know, we'd give him his list of do's and don'ts, and we thought everything was great. We knew he was coming back on the Tuesday because his beloved West Bromwich Albion were playing, and he wasn't going to miss that. So he came home. Ian dropped him back, and he said, "I'm not going out tonight. I've partied a bit hard these last few days, with saying goodbye to his school friends and, meeting new friends at uni." So Ian shook his hand and said, "We'll see you Friday." And he came home, and it was probably on the Wednesday lunchtime. I had a call from one of the girls in the flat to say had Tom been in touch. Because he hadn't been back to his room. So the alarm bells were ringing very loud, and that was very out of character for Tom. So we knew something really bad was wrong. That was our gut feeling, this isn't right. We contacted the police because I just didn't know what to do. I thought, what do I do in this situation? And we said he was missing. They did what they needed to do and took asked for photographs of him. And then we made our way over to Worcester then to maybe meet up with the security and to just find him. The aim was just literally find him. We never thought for 1 minute that, they were the worst. There's no way the River would have any involvement in this because Tom was a really strong swimmer.
Go on, Tom! Go!
For me, if he had ended up in the water, he would have been able to get himself to safety. We sent him off with his list of do's and don'ts, but one thing I didn't say was stay away from the water because it just didn't even enter my head that would be an issue or a concern for us. While we were travelling back that we got the call, and the liaison officer just asked if we were travelling in the car and if we were on hands-free and could we pull over and take the call. And Ian just sort of looked at me and we knew we knew this was bad. So they said they couldn't tell us for definite that it was Tom, but they got to tell us because there were people taking photographs of the rescue and they didn't want us to find out by any other means such as social media. But they said they were sure it was Tom because his driving licence was still in his pocket. So your world literally falls apart then. I can't even describe how it feels. All I know is that I never ever want another family to have to go through that. Honestly, I swear to you, I never want another family to go through what we went through in those first days, weeks, months. The days were really dark, and even now, it changes your life forever. He was a sensible boy, so we had to accept the open verdict from the coroner that yes, he could have jumped. I don't think he would have jumped, and he could have been pushed. There was nobody around him from what we could see. So we just think wrong place, wrong time, wrong decision.
At the time of the incident, I was the duty sergeant on duty from Worcester when the call came in. So I was there right at the very start when the job was called in. We suspected that Tom may well have gone into the water, and it was just basically getting all the resourcing together, making sure that we've got fire, ambulance, and everybody together to make sure that we could do the right response. I think there's an overconfidence. I think people, certainly in drink, people become overconfident in their abilities to swim. We've had people in the river on many occasions, some by accident and some of their own fruition, really. It always causes an issue. The cold, the shock of that actually getting into the water in the first instance takes people by surprise and usually catches them out. The response to stuff is we're here to save life. That's what we do. And when you feel that you can't do that, it's really difficult to deal with.
At the time of this incident, I was a police constable under the supervision of Inspector Frankish, who was my sergeant then. Though I was the first officer involved with the disappearance of Tom Jones, and I was the first person to contact his parents immediately, because I immediately thought there's a parent at the end of this who's probably worried. And I spoke to Vicki Jones, and she told me all about a boy, which is the crucial stuff that I needed from investigation. And she said, my husband's over at the university. And I said, okay, I'll go speak to him. I thought I'll go speak to him face to face as well. I've dealt with many missing person ones. This is probably the most impactful one I've ever dealt with. It affects us. We don't realise every job can affect a police officer. I was deployed to a job which is beyond Droitwich, and I heard it come in on the radio. The point where I'm at a primary school dealing with a job, I heard it on the radio. I had confirmation that it was Tom. So I kindly asked the teacher, can I just make a private call? I got a private room and I went, he said, yeah, and it's private. And I cried for a minute. It just affected the family. It affected the whole community. The community whereby on our rest days, they were about 250 people came out to assist with everything. And I've never seen anything like it at all in my life. It was incredible. Can I? Yeah. Just see what this campaign is doing, to see what it's about. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. That's what most people do. And if you lose someone, whether any way, means or anything, but the main thing is this water campaign, is just have a look at this campaign, just see the impact it has on families like the Joneses and any other family that have lost people in quarries, rivers, seas, you name it. Just see the impact it has. We don't want it to happen to you. It's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching from us police, because we dealt with it from the beginning and the end, and we've had to have debriefs, you name it. We have to go for the rigmarole. It's horrible, it's heartbreaking. We take it home with us, but we can dismiss it because it's not our family there, but they have to carry it forever. And if they carry it forever, some other people who are going to lose their families will carry it forever. I don't want it to happen. Please just be sensible. Water is nasty business. And just go home dry and safe. Be with your mates, stay with your mates. Just remember there's always help out there. Taxi, get home with that. Make sure you're with someone. Just try not to be a hero. And just, yeah.